some point, the math is the math.
I think we can do a better job using that information.
It reinforces my belief that I have the best constituents.
Hello, Austin. Hello, District 6. We are back. The Clawback is back. It is 2020. We've been away from the video series for a couple of weeks now, in part because of the holidays, in part because I got sick. But we are back. I'm feeling better, and there's a couple of things to talk about today. But I hope everybody had a really good holiday season. I certainly had a great holiday. Got to spend some time with friends, got to get out of town for a little bit, ready to get to work in 2020. And I hope you all had a great holiday too. Let's jump into some topics this week. So at the council meeting last week, we approved a resolution that directed APD to no longer do citations or arrests for low levels of marijuana possession. And this stems from a state law change that created a very challenging situation for prosecution. And district attorneys in Travis and Williamson County, in addition to other counties across the state of Texas, have all decided no longer to prosecute these low-level amounts. And so City of Round Rock already made this decision in terms of enforcement, and we made that decision as well. But I don't want anyone to think that this means that marijuana is decriminalized or that there's some kind of free-for-all happening. In fact, we are still having an active conversation, I'll say, with Police Chief Manley about his beliefs around enforcement around low levels amount of marijuana possession. So still be careful. And of course, anything the city council does doesn't change how a sheriff will act or how a state trooper will act. But we are taking the steps that we can take at the city to be thoughtful and frankly to be better stewards of taxpayer money. It doesn't make a lot of sense to spend time either through APD or through the municipal court running folks through a citation or even worse, an arrest, if we already know the DAs are not going to prosecute low-level amounts. So hopefully we will get all of that resolved in short order. Bigger news this January for Project Connect. You know, it's been a long series of meetings and many years of work to rethink how we're going to see the future of transportation in our community. We did a joint work session with the Cap Metro Board and the City Council, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, and got all the data back, got the analysis back, and it shows definitively that we need a train. We need light rail in this town. And furthermore, that light rail needs to go underground when it's downtown. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but I want to talk specifically about why that's important for District 6. You know, you might think, well, what is a train that goes underground downtown going to do for me in my District 6 commute? Well, the reality is these decisions that we make have long-term impacts on our ability to address traffic in this community. If we underbuild this core system, we will never be able to serve District 6. And we're seeing that happen in Dallas. The DART system right now, which I believe is one of the largest light rail systems in the country, the Dallas system did not go underground downtown when they originally started building it, and they're now retrofitting that decision now. Because if you don't go underground, if you keep your trains at the same grade as all the cars, the pedestrians, and the bikes, you actually can't fit enough trains on it. And if you can't put enough trains on your system, you'll never serve District 6. By the time the train gets from District 7 into District 9, the train is full. So you have to have enough capacity in your system in order to serve the areas that are farther out. And that's what I'm looking to. I'm looking to make sure that District 6 is going to get service. And in fact, in the Project Connect map, you see the Palmer Lane line, which is a new high-capacity bus line that's in that map. But a lot of folks will have access to an orange line that would go Tech Ridge all the way down to Slaughter in the big plan, and a line to the airport. And I know a lot of you out there are excited about taking a train to the airport. I know I'm excited about being able to take a train to the airport. A lot of good work still yet to come. We're going to run the numbers. We're going to understand what the election will look like at the end of the year, what the tax impacts are going to be. But more importantly, the thing to remember at this point is we get all the numbers vetted and we bring in outside transit agencies to vet the assumptions. The things that I'm looking for are, is the system sustainable? Are we creating a system that will still be operating 20 and 30 years from now and won't be maxed out at capacity, or underfund the maintenance, which then causes other issues? And we see that in some older transit systems in this country. And what is the governance around it? Are we creating a transparent and open system that creates the right incentives for behavior between the city and Cap Metro and our partners. And hopefully a system that will allow our neighbors to the north and our neighbors to the south, east, and west to join into that system moving forward. A lot of great work happening on Project Connect, a lot more details yet to come. And NWAC, we had that's our Northwest Austin Coalition. That's the meetings I've been holding since 2013. I think it's been since 2013, since before I was a council member, basically serving as my monthly town hall. We had a great NWAC this month. It's the fourth Monday at the Spicewood Springs Library. And we went through all of the work that we did over this last year and talked about what we want to be doing moving into 2020. Some great conversations on homelessness, some great conversations on land use, public safety, a lot of stuff on transportation, of course. And you can find that entire town hall on video, broadcasted live on the Northwest Austin Coalition Facebook page. And we started broadcasting those live last year. And so now, even if you can't get to the library on a Monday at 6:30 p.m., you can access that video and see all of the information that we presented. And that's on top of the other public engagement that we are continuing to do. We had a couple of great meetings with the Canyon Creek neighborhood and the Balcones Village Spicewood neighborhood talking about the Land Development Code. Got to dispel a lot of myths and some misinformation and identify some areas where there's still work to be done. We're heading into second reading on the Land Development Code in February. I'm going to be bringing some more amendments. There'll be some really good work to do as it relates to District 6 and honestly the future of this community. You know, if we get land development code right, then 20 and 30 years from now, we will have a system that can be served with transportation, and we'll have a tax base that doesn't require ginormous tax increases year over year. That's what we're trying to get to. So that's our top list for this week. I want to try to not spend too much time today, so it's an actually digestible video and not go the like 25 minutes I think I went in the last one in December. But I want to end the Clawback today talking about a topic you may have heard about, the Zilker Train. Now, this is an example of why I created the Clawback. Now, originally the Clawback was a blog, and there's 4 or 5 blog posts on my website, jimmyflannigan.com. What the intention is, when something gets misunderstood on social media, it goes viral. Almost more viral than the truth goes. And I wanted a way to inform the public when that misinformation is going viral and to claw it back. That's the point. We don't want to let these memes take on a life of their own. And we had that happen a little bit this week with the Zilker Train. The operator of that train, having a dispute with the city, made a Facebook post, the implication being that the train was going to go away. And some members of the media shared that Facebook post with a note saying that more story would come later. But of course, you know how it works on social media. The headline is the thing that goes viral, and a lot of very concerned citizens reaching out about the future of this community asset. So rather than get into the details of the Zilker Train, which, by the way, is not going away, there are some maintenance issues. We're going to be opening up bids for a new operator. That train will be there, even though it hasn't been operating for almost a year now because of maintenance and erosion issues. That will be taken care of, but that's kind of my point. This year, 2020, is going to be a year full of misinformation and viral memes and half-truths and one-sided stories. It is really important that we all take a moment and take a breath. If you see something come across your news feed and it creates an emotion in you, that's the most important moment to pause. Why is it creating that emotion in you? Read the story. Look for missing details. Look for things that say, oh, more story to come, or or it was just like one paragraph and it's just a Facebook post. There's always context to the things that are going on, especially in Austin, where we have so many good community leaders and partners that are all trying to do the right thing. This is going to be a difficult year for that, and it's going to be influenced by national election and state election politics. But my commitment to you all is that I will continue to put out the accurate information and the good information that I have, and that if you come across information that seems weird or unusual or mind-boggling, send it to me. Send it to me. We can review it on the Clawback, or I can respond to you privately. There are answers and reasons why all the things happening in this community, and it doesn't mean that you have to like the reasons, but it's rarely some type of ginormous conspiracy. Sometimes it's incompetence. Sometimes it's just a difficult choice. But if we're going to be a successful democracy, we have to know how to read that information and interpret it and be smart about the decisions that we make as a community. So stay tuned to the Clawback as we continue this work. We're going to keep reviewing stuff that's going viral in the community to the extent that we can. And of course, it is also campaign season for me. So go to my website, jimmyflannigan.com. You can make your donations there to support our campaign. You can also sign up as a volunteer. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Share this video. Share the Clawback with your friends and neighbors. I'm going to jump over to our credits. Thank you all again so much for watching the video. We've got a very challenging and exciting year ahead of us, and I'm so proud to be your city council member, and I hope to continue to be your city council member with your vote and your support in the re-election campaign. Thanks.